Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the game. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Power football with the run. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
7, Tennessee, 0.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Vols will hustle to the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Robinson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line needs to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
From the gun, the ground game. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox. Here's the handoff. Smashes through. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel.
extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Robinson looking to pass. They're bringing heat.
The quarterback is set. A loss of 7 yards on the play. Offense facing 4th down. Number 11 on to punt it away. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Tennessee 0.
And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Gibson. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Timeout, Tennessee.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Motion from the offense. This quarterback part of their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Fair catch called for and made. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Robinson will throw. He makes the connection. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to escape and get it himself. And tackled there by the defense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback will audible. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. Open space at the 25. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. Running toward the tape. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now on 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking for a deep man. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Keeps the play going. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Vols want to move quickly. On the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. And the Volunteers are marching down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, LSU.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're trying to get to him. Got his man in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now after the short completion, it's second down. Robinson looking to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the Vols are threatening on first and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's right on target. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back with cat-like quickness?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. On target. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the move. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Robinson will throw. Getting some heat. Touchdown, Tennessee! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Tennessee 28, LSU 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. These corners backing off a bit. Skips away from pressure. Complete to the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
From the gun. Give on the inside.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick handoff. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air, buying some time. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Volunteers! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about all along Route 66 for some time. They're up by 24 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Buys a little extra time. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up